We live in a world of noise. We are taught that to be understood, we must speak louder. To be loved, we must chase harder. To be respected, we must explain our worth. But this is a lie. The more you chase, the faster they run. The more you beg, the less you receive. The more you explain, the less they listen. 2,000 years ago, the Stoics understood a secret that modern society has forgotten. Silence is not emptiness. It is a weapon. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. If they yell, you whisper. If they create chaos, you offer stillness. If they walk away, you let them go." Today, I am going to teach you the art of sovereign silence. We are going to deconstruct why begging and explaining are acts of self-betrayal, and how walking away without a word is the ultimate display of power. You are not going to learn how to manipulate others. You are going to learn how to master yourself. Let's begin. Principle number 1 is the most counterintuitive law of human dynamics, the paradox of chase. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In relationships, when you push, chase, the other person inevitably pulls, distances. Why do we chase? We chase because of fear of loss, fear of abandonment. We operate under the delusion that if we just do more, we will get more. But let's look at the psychology of the chaser. When you chase someone who is withdrawing, you are subcommunicating scarcity. You are saying, "I am not enough on my own. I need you to complete me." This places the other person on a pedestal and lowers your own status. Biologically, we are repelled by neediness because it signals a lack of resources. A beggar chases, a king attracts. The protocol. If they step back, you must resist the urge to step forward. Instead, step back with them. Create the vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you stop chasing, you create a space where they have to make a choice. By removing the pressure, you give them the freedom to miss you. And people only fall in love when they have the freedom to choose you, not when they are being hunted by you. Principle number 2. Silence is the mirror. When we are hurt or unjustly accused, the ego screams for defense. We want to correct the record. We want to say, "That's not fair." But words are messy. Words can be twisted. Words are ammunition for someone who wants to fight. Silence is unassailable. When you respond to disrespect with absolute silence, you perform a psychological judo move. You refuse to participate in their chaos. This forces their energy to bounce back onto them. Think of a person screaming at a wall. Eventually, they stop screaming and they feel foolish. Your silence acts as that wall. It forces them to sit in the vacuum of their own behavior. The application. If someone sends you a toxic text, do not reply. If someone tries to bait you into an argument, look at them, pause, and walk away. This is not passive. It is active. It is the active withdrawal of your energy. You are signaling, "Your behavior is beneath my threshold of engagement." That silence hits harder than any insult because it signifies indifference. And indifference is the opposite of love. Principle number 3. The myth of closure. This is the trap that keeps good people stuck in bad cycles for years. I just need to meet up one last time. I need them to admit what they did. You are seeking external validation for your internal pain. You want the person who broke you to be the person who fixes you. This is madness. The Stoic Epictetus taught us that we are only masters of our own reasoned choice. We cannot control the opinions or actions of others. Demanding closure from a narcissist, a liar, or an emotional coward is like asking a thief to return your money out of the goodness of his heart. It won't happen. The hard truth. The closure you seek is not in their words, it is in your reality. The disrespect was the answer. The lying was the final statement. The silence is the explanation. You must learn to close the loop yourself. Validate your own reality. Say to yourself, "I was mistreated. That is a fact. I do not need them to agree with that fact for it to be true. Walk away with your truth. That is the only closure you will ever get, and it is the only kind you need. Principle number 4. Never explain your worth. Why do we over-explain? Why do we send the paragraph text? Psychologically, this is often a trauma response known as fawning. We learn as children that if we can just explain our intentions well enough, we won't be punished. We try to logic our way into being loved. But in the realm of power and respect, explanations are confessions. When you over-explain yourself to someone who hurt you, you are implicitly submitting to their judgment. You are saying, "Please, judge, look at my evidence and tell me I am a good person." You are handing them the gavel. The Stoic fix. Adopt the mindset of declared value, not negotiated value. State your boundary once. I do not accept that behavior. If they ask why, or if they gaslight you, do not enter the weeds. Do not say, "Because it makes me feel small," and that's vulnerable ammo for an enemy. Just say, "Because those are my standards." Period. High-value people do not justify their existence. They state their terms. If you don't like the terms, you are free to leave. Principle number 5. Action over rhetoric. We are addicted to potential. We fall in love with what people say they will do. "I'll change. I didn't mean it. I love you." The Stoics were ruthlessly practical. They did not care about the philosophy you preached, they cared about how you lived. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." You must develop the eyes of an observer. Turn off the sound. Watch the movie of their life on mute. If they say they respect you but their actions humiliate you, believe the actions. If they say they want to be with you but they never make time, believe the actions. Silence allows you to step back and analyze the data without the interference of their charming words. When you stop listening to the sales pitch, you can finally see the product. And often, the product is broken. Principle number 6. The dignified exit. Most people leave relationships or conflicts with a bang. They want to win the breakup. They want the last word. But the need for the last word is just ego holding on. The ultimate power move is the lesson of absence. You cannot teach someone to value you while you are still there, tolerating their mistreatment. You teach them value by removing the asset. When you walk away silently, no drama, no "I'm blocking you" announcement, no final letter, you create a vacuum. For the first time, they have to feel the weight of your absence without the distraction of your anger. The Stoic mindset. You are not leaving to punish them. Punishment implies you still care about their reaction. You are leaving to protect your virtue and your peace. You are simply removing yourself from an environment where your soul cannot flourish. It is an act of self-preservation, and because it is quiet, it haunts them. There is no anger for them to push against. There is only the memory of your dignity, and that is a ghost that will follow them for a long time. My friends, your energy is sacred. Your voice is sacred. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Do not waste your words on those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the sound of a king who knows he does not need to shout to be heard. Silence is the sound of a woman who knows her worth does not need to be proven. Adopt the Stoic way. Never chase, never beg, never explain. Let your character speak for you. Let your absence speak for you. And if they cannot hear that, then they never deserved your voice in the first place. If you are ready to reclaim your power, comment "Silence is my power" down below. I read every comment. Subscribe for more wisdom. I'll see you in the next one.